What's going on, guys? I want to spend a little bit of time talking about catfish rods. For years and years, we have used nothing but ugly stick catfish rods, and not knocking them, that's why we used them. They're tough, but little things here and there, as we spend more and more time on the water fishing and guiding, there's little things that I would have liked to seen in the ugly stick that just didn't have, you know. For instance, the reel seats wasn't what I particularly care for. Now, a lot of the new catfish rods have that double reel seat, an aluminum reel seat. You can really tighten them down. Seems like with the ugly sticks, they were constantly coming unloose. And another thing, you know, about the ugly sticks was and not just ugly sticks, a lot of the rods is the eyes on the rods. They'll have inserts in them and they'd pop out. Just little things like that is why we were constantly kind of looking at other options. There's lots of rod companies on the market. For years and years, you know, we crappie fish and we catfish, and we strictly use BnM Poles when it comes to crappie fishing. Believe in them. Again, they're another rod company that's tough as nails. It's just what we've always used, and over the years we've established good relationships with BnM, and now we're part of their team, and they supply us with rods, and we use them day in and day out, and they're high quality rods. So that got us to thinking a little bit more and more, and so now I'm proud to announce that we are part of BnM's catfish line as well. Out today, we've been doing a little bit of testing with a couple of different of their models. Their Silver Cat line. We've been using the Silver Cat Elite as well as their Silver Cat Magnum. It's more of their Pro Staff series rods, and let me tell you, I love them. Let me show you a little bit about them here real quick. Again, we're using these two different models today. They got a few other different models. Now, we liked their, you know, in ugly stick we used a medium heavy series rod, and that's what we really wanted to stick with. And so both of these rods are medium heavy. This is more their Pro Staff series. It's really pretty much similar rod as their Elite Silver Cat. The main differences is obviously you got a cork handle versus the foam handle. Now, I really like the foam handle, but another difference is obviously the color is one difference. The reel seats are the same. Again, it's just a difference in color, but they're both aluminum reel seats. And you got some little inlays in there that makes it really, really nice, and they pop out and shine. Even on the side here, you can kind of see it. Now, I brought an ugly stick with me, and another thing that I always couldn't stand about ugly sticks was the hook keeper. Got a little bitty old hook keeper. So we're using large circle hooks. You can't ever get that in there, so you're either hooking it on an eye or you're hooking it on the reel, and so I didn't really care for that. Good thing about these BnMs, you can see, but look at the hook keeper on that. Solid. It don't bend like the ugly sticks did. But they're nice, large hook keepers. No problem at all getting the larger 8, 10/0 circle hooks in there. Again, this is the Silver Cat Magnum, the Pro Staff series. Now they make a heavy action rod as well if you prefer something a little bit more heavy in both of these lines. This was the Silver Cat Elite, and they make a Magnum series, more of a heavy action in that one as well, if you like. I think I'm gonna like them. Had a guide trip this morning, and the clients actually debuted them first, and they loved them. They bragged on them non-stop. They look, you know, beefy, but they're real light. Another thing, they cast real good, which we use Abu Garcia reels, and I can tell the difference between the ugly sticks and these BnMs. You can cast them further, it seems. These are, one thing to note, these are 7.5 foot one-piece rod, which was again something I really wanted, was just a one piece. The ugly sticks were a 2-piece rod, and they were actually a 8-foot rod. But I can cast these 7.5 foot rods further than those ugly sticks. Like I said, I'm super pleased. I'm happy to be a part of BnM's team fully, crappie and catfish, and can't wait to put many more years on these, and excited. Another line they sent, which I'll do another debut on those when we kind of do that style of fishing, but as a bumping rod. They sent us some bumping rods too, and we don't do a whole lot of bumping, but when we do, we always kind of use the same style of rod, and it gets real heavy. Whereas these bumping rods they sent, let me tell you, they light as a feather, super strong, and they're more of a heavy action, but you wouldn't know it. I mean, they're super light. So if you're interested in some rods, you've been thinking, man, I really want to make some kind of something, I want something different. You know, where do I look? You know, there's tons of companies out there. Who do I go for? It's not because we get these rods. Like I said, we looked at lots of different companies, but I fell in love with these. So I'd highly recommend them. They're affordable. Check them out. You won't regret it.